afternoon. I'd like to thank everybody for being here today, and I'd especially like to start off right away by thanking all of the ladies and gentlemen who have served in our military and their families. We're here today to support working families, and having said that, I would like to turn it over to the president of the IUE-CWA International, Carl Kennebrew.
Thank you, Mike.
Yay. Hey, Carl!
This announcement comes today. Tenneco's plans for shutting down their facility, and it's a slap in our face. It's a slap in this community's face, in our members' face. It's a slap in America's face. Today is Veteran Day, and we should be honoring veterans, not telling them that we're going to move our work out of this country and overseas. Our workforce is highly skilled and well-trained, and they've helped make this company a success. Many workers at this plant have served for decades, and the thanks that they get for their service is to tell them that they're closing this facility. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into this company, and the company who's received the benefits of that have also received millions of dollars in tax subsidies, over $2 million from the state of Ohio. Tenneco should give that money back.
That's right.
Yeah. Tenneco wants to move operations overseas so that they can exploit low-wage workers in countries like Mexico and China. This has to stop. Companies have to stop being able to come over here in America, build up their income, and then move our works and tell the workers thanks a lot, goodbye. It has to stop right now. And I want you to hear from one of our veterans about how this will affect his family.
Hello, my name is Brian Stamper.
Can you spell that, please?
B-R-Y-N-E-S-T-A-M-P-E-R.
Oh, wait, can you say that and spell it again, please, sir?
B-R-Y-N-E-S-T-A-M-P-E-R. I'm a veteran of Afghanistan and Iraq, and I've been at Tenneco for 11 years. And this is really a load of that they're just going to uproot and leave when millions of our families depend on this job. It's really a load of crap. It really is. I've been here 11 years, and it's time for these companies in the U.S. to stop exploiting us for lower wages. It really is. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
11 years. After serving this country, he comes to this facility, hoping to retire, hoping to be able to take care of his family. 11 years of getting up every day, clocking into this facility, and the thank you they get on Veterans Day is to tell them that they're closing the facility. That's who Tenneco is right now. I'd also like to introduce a very good close friend of IUE, a close friend of labor, and a close friend of mine, Nan Whaley.
First, I want to say this is a tough Veterans Day for the veterans that are working at Tenneco. 450 workers are at this plant, and as Carl mentioned, $2 million in tax abatements and subsidy from the state of Ohio for these jobs to go overseas. I'm calling on Governor Mike DeWine and the state to call for that money back and to do everything in their power, which they have a lot of power, to make sure that these jobs stay right here in Kettering. These are good paying jobs. People have been at this plant for decades. They're proud of the work they do here, and they should be. But for a company to say, hey, we want cheap labor and we just want to go overseas with Ohio taxpayers and with Ohio support, it's un-Ohioan, it's un-American, and it's got to stop.
Yeah.
I stand in proud support with the IUE-CWA, who has stood and fought for these good-paying jobs in this region. Enough is enough. Mike DeWine once again needs to do something. Do something to make sure that good-paying jobs stay in our communities and stay here to make sure that we provide for families in the Dayton region. This is personal to me. When I was 6 years old, my dad lost his job at the UAW plant in Indiana. I know what it's like. I know what these families are going to go through over the next few years, and I know what it's going to do to affect our community. Mike DeWine and the state of Ohio can do something about this, and we're calling on them to take action. $2 million of state subsidy should come back, and we need to fight for these jobs to stay in the Dayton area. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I want Tenneco to understand one thing. They're fooled if they think they're going to close this place without a fight. We're going to be out here for every day that they're here, fighting for these jobs, fighting for Americans, fighting for these workers, fighting for the members, fighting for my friends and family that's in there as well. Somebody else is always there to fight with me is Tim Ryan. And I want to introduce him for a minute to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I'm going to be very, very clear about this. This has happened for 30 or 40 years in this country. You got a CEO that gets a 20% raise a couple of years ago. They take public tax dollars and they slap these workers in the face and they say, well, we're going to take these jobs to China. We're going to take them to Mexico. Those days got to be over in Ohio and in the United States of America. And we ought to slap tariffs on the Chinese steel that's coming back in here so that levels the playing field for American businesses and American workers. It's that simple. We've seen since the 1970s, CEO pay has gone up 1,300%. 1,300% CEO pay rate increase. And the average worker goes up 18%, and the cost of prescription drugs and food and gas and everything else. And now we can't even get products into this country. We got a log jam on the coast at the ports. Those ships aren't coming from Kansas. They're coming from China. They're coming from overseas because for 40 years we've been sending jobs overseas, screwing the American worker. It's bullshit, and we're putting the flag in the ground. We're taking a stand. This country, the workers, the American workers, and the American businesses are ready to take this in another direction, and it starts right here in Southwest Ohio.
All I got left to say is it's over 450 people. 450 people to get up every day. They leave their families. They come here. They work all day. They sacrifice their time. They sacrifice their bodies. They sacrifice their lives for this company. And you know what they want for a thank you? They want to be paid well, and they want to be able to retire. They're not going to get neither one of that from Tenneco. And until they do, we're going to keep calling on them to give them a retirement, to let them be here. Tenneco's got time to change their minds, to turn this around, and we'll be waiting. Thank you.
Can you spell your name for us?
Carl Kennebrew, C-A-R-L, last name Kennebrew, K-E-N-N-E-B-R-E-W, International President, IUECWA.
Quick question for you. There's been a little bit of debate on how many people work here. Tenneco, in a statement today, said there's 648 people that work here. Do we know that is that specific?
We have over 450 members. Maybe they're speaking the salary, but I'm just talking about my family.
You're talking about your members?
Yeah, my members.
450, that's
450.
unionized.
Union members.
48 could be total.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
Absolutely.
Thank you.